Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 4th episode of Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou. So, in the last episode, what happened? A lot of things as usual, but I think some of the highlights would be things like going to the beach, attempting and pretty much failing to pick up girls. You had ping pong, which was a lot of fun. I think they call it table tennis, but it's the same thing. Also, we had a nice little talk with a girl with a hairy mole, as you do, as well as some actual high school girls near the end there showing that, yeah, they can do anything, and it's amazing. But yeah, let's get into this episode and see what we're in for today. 3, 2, 1, play. I clicked like half a second later than I intended to, but it shouldn't be a problem. Tatakuni, are you alone? Did your friends finally leave you? Did they get girlfriends? Nah, I shouldn't jump to crazy conclusions like that. The only animation going on in that scene was just the curtains. You know, Tatakuni, it's sad when the inanimate object is more animated than you are. But yeah, that's certainly one way to start an anime episode. Definitely got the hype going now. You guys made me wonder where Yoshitake and Hidenori are, but I'm sure it's nothing important. Your girl should invest in a pair of sunglasses. I do like how they make sure to have strong wind blowing when she's on screen. Of course, you know, the wind blowing is not exclusive to her or anything, but... Eavesdropping, oh. So basically, they're gonna eavesdrop on girls, probably? Hopefully? Oh no, he's gonna eavesdrop on his friends. Well, them. It's a good question. Do they talk bad about you behind your back? Oh god, wow, that was... I'm impressed. What are they talking about? I guess some show they're watching? Oh, well yeah, I mean, now they are at least. I guess so. They probably talk about different things, different times though. I get the beeping. Stop the beeping, please. I know, right? It's like they're high school boys or something. Very awkward when a fly lands on my microphone. I mean, it sounds cool, whatever they're talking about. Don't you want to jump in there and join? Were you expecting them to talk about you behind your back? I wouldn't jump to conclusions like that. You gotta go for it? Yes, go for that. Don't ignore me. Please. Ugh. Apparently they had ugly twins that they didn't tell you about. Or they're, you know, wearing a mask to mess with you. Probably the former. Well, honestly, it's probably just people that randomly look similar to them, but... Anyway. Back to school. We do have a high school girl again, so... I think that is Ringo, so... Finally. Yeah, that's Yuki Aoi, alright. Why are we here, though? Is that the reason why? I didn't think so. This is from an all-girls school. That sounds fun. But why are you here? I think you came to the wrong neighborhood. This is what all-boys school is like. Totally. No, it says student council room up there. Let's try again. Oh. Okay, now we're putting on our best face. Still a little bit uncomfortable for them, I guess. But now they have girls to impress, so... East Sonata High. So they are student council as well. So I guess they're organizing some, like, the festival together. Oh, well that makes sense. You usually do need a visitor pass. Girls would definitely stand out at an all-boys school. Still a little bit nervous? Yes. I guess we're seeing the differences between all-boys and all-girls school here. Been put to shame, haven't you? I mean, yours looks fun too. Interrupted in mid-eating. I don't think that's the problem. Being better than them, basically. Yeah, you can't really say that. Yeah, basically, she's a student council. I didn't think she'd be a student council president of a school, so that's pretty cool. Well, you are. Yes. Yes, definitely worse. Oh, okay. So he's the student council president of their school. Okay, so it is a joint thing. I'm doing a joint with a female school, sounds great. Yeah, you really should. My god, oh. Oh, wow. Oh, that's horrible. How much disrespect can you subtly give someone? That was funny, though. But the point of how lucky he was to get to touch her hand, but then he just walked right by her. But yeah, that was good stuff. The more Skull Festival. Yay, more girls! I think they have cat ears, so yeah, definitely, definitely top tier. Oh, those were blood bags at first. They were not. Yeah, basically just a normal Skull Festival, so. Yeah, realities can hurt sometimes, can't it? A ghost! Defeat, and how would you plan on doing that? Oh wait, now that I think about it, was that thing besides the ED, was that from the school festival? Because I know we saw Ringo in that. I just clicked in my head. It does look really good. I love all the seals and stuff. They really going all out. Yes. Yes, we'll scare you. I see. And the voice Yuki always does for this character is very much like Tachibana Hibiki from Sympho Gear. I'm not going in alone, you guys come with. Which is great, you know, a good chance to cling to each other. Oh, really creepy room. Your eyes? Yeah, the eyes. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's pretty good effects. Well, we lost one. What's this thing gonna be? Oh god. Oh man, that's really good. Jeez, when they said they went all out, they were not joking. Now we're down to one that almost jump scared me. Almost. Holy shit. How much money did they spend on their haunted house? And how much time and effort and everything. Oh my god, it's the most terrifying thing yet. Well, she wasn't supposed to run through it. She did scream, that's true. Well, it lived up to its reputation of being a scary haunted house. Like with the headless guy, I assume they did that thing where he stuck his head in a shirt. Oh wow, we're really continuing with this even more. Yeah, try not to get too scared. Oh, that's, I don't remember her name, but she was with the high school girls at the end of the last episode. With, Hanaba and Nagiri. Well, this is awkward. Oh, really? Well, let me see. You can't just tell me about that and not show the camera. How the camera show it. I see. This is quite the conversation. I mean, a lot of people have high opinions of themselves. Yes. I got that. Well then, it's, oh yay, more people. Poor Yoshitaka. Wow. What was that? I saw Toshiro. I just like how she said that. Wow, that was a change of... This girl, man. Yeah, very pretentious. You have no room to talk, you know. Just that spike of enthusiasm when a friend came by and then just went back to this. Please, please, I can't stand another minute of this. Oh man, this is much better. Not so high and mighty now, are you? Yeah, it's easy to get full of yourself when the guy you're with is not willing to call you out on your bullshit. I would never do such a thing. And she is really getting into the... I guess I'm not too into it. Okay. Good, I guess. So that was, yeah. It was a female school. Ooh, Kaon. I mean, it wasn't that good. It wasn't terrible, but it was kind of boring. Yeah, stop being such a tryhard. Called out. You're the only one trying to make this a competition, at least. Blatantly. Now we really throwing that shade. Okay, that's no reason to get violent. You're kind of representing your school, you know. You might want to stop that. Yeah, everyone's watching you. You're not gonna fight. You're not gonna fight her. You have nothing to gain by that. Wow, she really is just... I guess she really does not care. Yeah. Oh my god, these girls. Very violent girls' school. Poor Kaon. They're like, we just want to play our music. For the fight, background fight music? Sure, why not? Oh my god, this is went into a direction. They were not ready for this to be their performance, but I guess it's what it is. But still, I don't think he's gonna actually attack. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to. Because if he hits her once, he's suddenly the bad guy no matter what she does to him. Because that's just the nature of these gender double standards. That's just a thing. And when you're in a position of power like being president, you really can't afford to take that kind of damage to your image. So yeah, he's not gonna actually do anything. Well... You're still not gonna... Whoa, we actually did throw a punch. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I mean, he didn't actually make contact, but he tried. These girls are so evil. Okay. Well, it looked like you were trying, so... And yeah, it's... There goes the fight. We have our winner. I wouldn't even call it a victory. I just call it a... I call it very enlightening on your school. I mean, it basically was as soon as the band started to play background music for it. Well, snap time. High school boys and asking for advice. Like romance advice? Ooh, pizza. We're returning to the pizza stuff. Can ask her out. Oh. Hey, maybe he just thought you liked to wear it. I didn't think it was. Well, maybe they think you're busy. Maybe you should ask if maybe you should ask to come along. uh, don't do that. That'd just be embarrassing. Like having your mom come to deal with your problem with your friends. Yeah, just ask them. Don't. Hey, there's our friends. Are they the fake ones or the real ones, though? It's hard to tell from up here. Like, I don't know anymore. I have to get a good look at them. Just to be clear, she's not suggesting you jump off. Yeah. That was funny. Gonna be the fake ones again, isn't it? I knew it. I knew it. That was a bit predictable, but... Okay, we didn't actually get to see this in the episode itself, but I still think the setting of it is the school festival. Because nothing else really makes sense. You even have a maid there, like was mentioned before. And you got Ringo in the audience with the other two student council members. And our student council president. Who lost a fight to a girl. Which he was never gonna win that fight. He was either gonna be the guy who beat up a girl or the guy that lost to a girl. There was no winning that. All he could really do to save as much face as possible is to stand your ground until it's over. Stab. Slice. Or punch, that works too. Yes, we are going to get another segment of the funky high school girls. I was hoping so. High school girls are very funky. As long as they don't smell funky, it's fine. Jokes. Oh, we're going to have comedy in this comedy anime. Okay. Yes. What kind of question is that? They can grow up, become working members of society, start families. It doesn't mean they don't have the right to exist. You are really mean to high school boys, you know that? I mean, it's not really that much worse than girls trying too hard to be cute, but... Oh, so we're gonna talk to one of them, okay. Ow. Yes, I heard you. Yeah, having Kobayashi Yu and Yuki Aoi in this anime, that's really cool, because they are a couple of my favorites. Wow, dude, that's... Oh my god. You girls are just the worst. Just... Poor guy. I dare you ignore us when we're vaguely trying to convince you to commit suicide. My god. Tell us how you really feel. Oh, he knows how to calm girls down. Just throw snacks at them. That'll shut him up quickly. My god. I'm... Oh, jeez. I bet he had those for this exact purpose, just saved up for such a special occasion. So that was the 4th episode of Daily Lives of High School Boys, and this episode, okay, it's another really good episode. So, what did we start out with? We started out with Tadakuni walking away from his friends. Well, actually, technically we started off with a scene with just Tadakuni laying down with no one around him, which makes more sense now that I know that we were gonna later on get into the topic of his friends doing things without him. So that makes a bit more sense in hindsight. But anyway, the first main scene was him pretty much alone without his friends, walking and seeing them. And he decided to play eavesdropper. Decided to listen on to see what kind of conversations they have when he's not around. And I guess he was expecting to talk about him. I suppose that's usually what you would expect in these sort of scenes. But no, they were just talking about, you know, whatever, you know, TV shows, dirty stuff, you know, the usual thing the high school boys talk about to each other when there's no, you know, teachers or parents or anything like that around. And of course, Tadakuni pretty much contemplating how he wants to deal with this, and eventually he does just go up and talk to them. And the final punchline of it is that the fact that that wasn't even his friends to begin with, they just look like his friends. So yes, that is now the next scene. Okay, this was a fun scene. Now we have 3 high school girls from the all-girls high school that they're from, and they were going to our main high school here, the guys' high school, and we later find out that they are the student council, with Ringo being the student council president. Now they're here to have a meeting with their student council to discuss the joint school festival that they're going to be doing. Now they walk in there. At first they see some very intimidating students. I'm sure they're a little bit nervous already just going in here. Then they see these delinquent looking students, and they're like, oh god, I think we got the wrong room. No guys, I think this is the right room. Oh, well, here goes nothing. And they came back in there and got a bit more of a positive reception that time, because now they were ready for them, because they weren't even told by the student council president that these girls were coming. Otherwise, they would have been much more prepared. So once they actually saw that, they were able to, you know, do it a bit differently, like kind of a take 2 sort of thing. And it's like, hey, here's some snacks, here's some tea, just have to enjoy your stay. Here's a chair, have fun. You know, much more hospitable than the first time. And the room is also much more organized and clean than their room, because that's just how it goes. I've seen examples of that before this. That's usually how it goes. High school girls are usually less concerned with keeping up appearances when they're not around, you know, high school boys, you know, no one to impress and all that. Locker rooms are probably the worst when it comes to that. Now, Ringo's reaction to all of this was funny. Her inferiority she was feeling because of the difference of their student council and her student council. Which, you know, it's how it goes. I forgot to mention this, but I really liked that one shot, like the very first shot of Ringo that we got when she was standing in front of the school and the camera was panning backwards and you just had the wind blowing. I don't know why, I just really liked that shot. The next and after that, we basically got to start seeing the school festival itself, and Ringo spent quite a lot of this time just very butthurt, very salty, very upset, as I think the president put it. Because, yeah, she's making this to be a competition, even though no one else really cares that much, at least nowhere near as much as she does. And yeah, she went to their haunted house, which they were quite proud of, and once they commented about how they went all out on it, and they definitely did, that's when she got really competitive. Like, oh, so you're proud of this? Well, we'll see how good it really is. Come on, girls. I'm not going to this place without some help, so we're going together. Like, what? We are? But yeah, then they went in there together. Now, and yeah, I was very impressed by this haunted house. You got to see some great makeup, practical effects, and yeah, I could tell they put a lot of time, effort, and budget into that. That was, if they told me that words, how do they work? If they told me that this was their, I don't know, their crown jewel, their peak, their highlight of the entire festival, I would believe them, because it was really good. You had them get pretty scared. You had the no eyes person, you had the headless person, you had the pantsless person, which I'd say is the most terrifying of them all, of course, and that's what finally got Ringo to go down for the count and scream, and yeah, we had won at that point, and Ringo had lost. So after that, we had an interesting little scene between Yoshitake and Ikushima. So this is the first time we've seen these two together at all, I think. At least I don't think we've had any kind of interaction between them before now. So yeah, they're both sitting there, obviously having a job to do for the school festival. Not as like friends or anything, I don't think. It definitely didn't come across as friends to me. So they sat there very awkwardly, very quietly for a while there. Then you had Yoshitake, well, I think it was first Ikushima that made a comment about a maid running, and then you had Yoshitake, who I guess took this opportunity to try to strike some kind of conversation going, so he says, hey, I'm surprised anyone can, you know, wear that. And then you had Ikushima comment that, I mean, it's no big deal, I mean, all girls would be okay wearing that, we would even dance in it. Which is kind of funny, because I've seen girls dance in maid outfits at a certain anime convention I went to, but yeah, she basically went on and on about, yeah, just any girl would wear that, it's no big deal. Only stupid guys like you would think that was weird, you know? And then progressively got more and more high and mighty, more and more pretentious, more and more condescending. And he just gave bare minimum answers of, oh, sure, I guess, why not, whatever. Because at that point, I think it reached a point where I was like, you know what, I don't really care anymore about having a conversation with you, you're kind of me, and so I'm just gonna do the bare minimum I have to not be rude, I guess. Now, I think the funniest part of this entire scene was when one of Ikushima's friends comes by, and then she just does a 180. And then it's just like, oh my god, you were right, that's so cool, yeah, I'm just on duty, hey dude next to me, say hi to my awesome friend, you know. Just, I don't know, and then immediately after that she goes back to that just usual deadpan, dead inside, I'm having a job to do, I don't want to be here though, look, like, that smooth, seamless way she went from one to the other, just, I don't know, that was pretty fun, I would say that was the funniest part of that entire skit. And what's great about the scene is that you had Yoshitaka, who did finally just, he had enough of Ikushima being just really unpleasant to deal with and very much demonstrating how much he lacks self-awareness. So he just kind of leaves and invites somebody to take his place, somebody that she can't just treat like that without an ounce of fear. So yeah, she's I think that was a really great way to end off that scene, just have him come by and deal with her. So yeah, I like how they ended it off. Now after that, we got another scene with Ringo basically watching the drama club of their school do their little play thing, and it was funny how she was commenting about how amazing the drama club is when the girl right next to her is sleeping because it's so boring. I thought that was hilarious. That was some real subtle comedy there. But yeah, this was kind of the final aspect of this whole school festival, because this is when Ringo finally just reached her boiling point and decided to beat up the other school's president, because I guess if you can't win with any sort of, you know, any high quality aspects of the school itself, you just have a fist fight and win that way. I guess that's something to be proud of, question mark. Not really, but yeah, the best, by far the best thing about that scene was the fact that they got the live music club, who was supposed to have their turn, they just ended up playing background music for the fight. That was pretty fun. Pretty fun aspect of it. Otherwise, you know, I wasn't a big fan of seeing the president get beat up from someone because he can't really fight back. So that was a little bit too depressing for me to find that aspect of it too funny. But I did quite enjoy the music aspect of it, if nothing else. And just the ridiculousness of the scene in general. The next scene we had was pretty much just Tadakuni asking his coworker for advice on how to deal with his friends. Not have much to say on that, aside from the headband thing was kind of funny. And it's interesting how they kept that as a theme for like a nice throughout the episode, that whole Tadakuni's issues with his friends. So he wanted advice on that. Pretty much the concerns he had about them not inviting him to go out and stuff. Apparently he doesn't want to just say, hey guys, can I come too? He just wants to be specifically invited, and if you're that desperate to go hang out with them, you can't really do that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But yeah, basically, and then we ended out, and the punchline of that was once again the whole, it's just a fake Hidenori and Yoshitaka like it was before, which that I did see that coming pretty much. One of the reasons I thought that was predictable is just because the last time this topic was brought up, this whole Tadakuni's issue with his friends, was also the same scene that had this fake friends thing. So they're recycling both those aspects like together in both scenes. So you kind of make the assumption that they would go hand in hand together. So if they were expecting that to be a surprise, I think they might have been wrong. Now the final scene we got is once again the high school girls are funky segment, which, you know, the one previous scene kind of proved that these characters do exist with the other characters. You know, we had our Ikushima character there hanging out with Yoshitaka. Well, they were on duty together. So they do exist in the same universe. So we are going to get some interaction between them. And obviously that kind of proved that they go to the Sonata East Girls High, whatever that school was called. Anyway, once again, the segment might have been my favorite segment of the episode, because yeah, once again you have Yanagi going off on high school boys and just throwing that shade again about how they're not interesting, why are they even alive, you know, who cares about them? Which, you know, it's a lot of harsh things to say, but at least in the context of anime, I have, you know, similar opinions as her, so I can't say too much. But still, I think going to, in this universe, they are real, so it's a little bit different. So I do think going to the high school boy's house, telling him that he's just he's useless, worthless, why does he even exist? You know, almost basically telling him to kill himself, at least it could be interpreted that way. That might be a little bit harsh. Of course, it was hilarious. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it wasn't, but you know, these girls can be pretty mean. I mean, just in general, I think most of the girls in the show, or at least the ones that any real screen time, are quite mean. I mean, you even had the background high school girls in the president on president fight, just egging on the fight, like, yeah, beat him up. So yes, they're surprisingly violent in this show. Yeah, the scene of them yelling at him was just absolutely hilarious. It was just beyond hilarious. Just, well, how dare you cut into our screen time? Who do you think you are? You're taking up valuable oxygen that could be breathed by high school girls such as us. Like, what is your problem, dude? Why are you existing still? Just, I don't know, it was so mean, and yet it was still really funny. Like, I just... if it wasn't a comedy anime, I'd say they were, like, scum, but since it is a comedy anime, it was hilarious. And his way of dealing with the problem was equally hilarious. He just literally just threw snacks at them like they were a bunch of rabid animals barking at his doorstep, wanting something to eat. And he just, yeah, that's what he did. He tossed them at him, and then they just ran up to it like wild animals. That was just, yeah, that entire exchange there was just amazing. I would say that was the highlight of the episode. Also, the shot of the two of them eating the snacks while glaring at Hanabata, whatever her name was. Them glaring at her as they ate the snacks as if she was gonna take them from them. That was icing on the cake. That was like the perfect way to finish it off. Just, I don't know, just can't there just be an anime just called High School Girls Are Funky? I think that's a spin-off we need, because this is some great stuff. But yeah, now it's pretty much the episode. I thought it was another fantastic episode. I loved it. I mean, I may have a couple complaints here and there, but overall it was great. It was insane, as I've come to kind of expect. I think it may have dialed up the insanity a bit there, especially during that fight scene. But yeah, I mean, this is something special as far as anime goes. Before the series is over, I do want a scene between Ringo and Yanagi. You know, Yuki Aoi voice actress meets Kobayashi Yu voice actress. I would love that. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen, but I mean, they do go to the same school, so it should be possible, but it's probably not going to happen just because I want it so badly. But oh well, even if it doesn't happen, it's still a great anime, so. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.